Right. Sirra,
Hey, Mohammed.
another Saturday of the month,
Is
and
it
today
Saturday of the month? We had it last Saturday, not this Saturday, the past Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah,
So
this
it's
is another
another
Saturday of the
Saturday of the
month.
month. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes.
that's right. And today was one-on-one again
Yes.
with SBI, aka Keva, right?
Yes.
SBI,
Yes.
and it was amazing. But before then, how was your day today?
Uh, well, my day today it wasn't bad. Okay, I can give a little narration from when I woke up to when I found myself here.
Right.
Um, Naturally, I choose to be happy. I always say this, and it was a smiling day for me. It rained yesterday, so to be honest, I didn't realize the rain. When I came at work today, I had someone was narrating that they were having party, they were at party when it was raining, so they had to lock the doors and stay indoors. So to me, to be honest, I didn't realize the rain because I was already fast asleep, deep asleep. So I woke up this morning. It was a beautiful morning. The weather was so refreshing. Of course, I'm always happy when it rains because less dust, and the weather it's so lovely. I love it like that. So I left home. I was feeling refreshed. I was happy. I got to work. It was a lazy day more or less, and then yeah, we're here again. As you put it, it's that Saturday of the month when we come out and continue the inspiration, the movement.
Right.
So yeah, so I'm happy to be here. Yeah, and I'm at the beach, and you can see the breeze. I feel like going and jump
And jump
straight,
into swim.
but the unfortunate part
Can
is
you?
I cannot
You
swim, so
gotta
I
swim.
can't do that.
Don't put me into trouble.
Yes, so I know
Because
that it's in. I'm not gonna do that. I'm
exactly.
gonna stay right here.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So again, today as well, you have been behind the scene when the event is ongoing. That is one-on-one in focus with SBI. But nevertheless, you've been following the event or the program. How was it for you?
Mohammed, I remember last time when I followed Mr. Ba's story, I said it was quite a touching one. It was inspirational and it was a driving force for me. However, today's story, Keba's aka SBI story, was super emotional. I remember when I said the last time that I'm this kind of emotional person, and where the need be, I laugh, but also where the need be, I cry. And having listened to SBI's story, inside I was crying, though I was laughing from the inside because while you were sitting adjacent to me, I was laughing the whole time. But then it was super, super, super touching story. But again, it was also inspirational as always. It was a driving force as always, and it also shows that we all have a story to tell. It also shows that you're not stopped because of a hindrance, because of an obstacle that you face. So it also shows that when you have a vision, when you have an objective, when you believe in something, it doesn't deter you. You continue going regardless of where you find yourself. It also shows that when you have faith, last time I said we need to understand that there's someone. You're not alone. There's someone out there making things happen for you. You don't just sit and things happen. As I always put it, you don't just sit and money comes to you. You don't just sit and success comes to you. It's something that you have to work. You have to do the working to get it. So SBI story today shows that faith is very important in whatever one does, and patient. It's in fact super important, and that linked me up to what my granddad always tells me. May his soul rest in perfect peace. He always tells me that in life one needs to be super patient. An example that he always cited was, when you were born, before you were able to walk or to stand, you crawl. Even when you're trying to stand, you crawl. You try to stand, you fall down. Eventually, when you stand to walk, was all those
Right.
took time.
Right.
So you don't have to jump to something that is not yet time for it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's important that you know this. It's important that to know that it's a long journey for you.
Right.
But if you know what you stand for, if you know what you want, nothing will be able to retard, to hinder that progress. You keep on going regardless. It was also really touching that, especially when he mentioned the part that there are times when he don't even have food to eat. Yeah. That one
I
touched me.
know, right?
You know, it touched me. It touched
Yeah.
me because I was able to resonate with him.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sure many people out there, you know, are able to resonate with that. We, you know, we all have a story to tell, as I said.
Uh-huh.
You know, and that's thumbs up to him. He was able to move on regardless. And he's mentioned something like peer influence as well, because he said when he was in junior school or primary school, you know, things were tough. He wasn't the kind that lost learning and all that. But when he went to senior school, then he decided to change his friends because now he understands, he knows what he wants. So he was really wise. From a young age, he was able to determine what he wants. Then he decided to change his friends. So it's also important. If you're in a stage in life where you feel that you're not moving, it's best to analyze yourself. Sit down, question yourself. Why am I being retarded? Why am I not moving? You know, check your surroundings, which he did. He was able to check his surroundings and knows that what he wants cannot be found in where he is now.
Right.
So he was able to change his peers, and that has been a step towards his progress, which is also beautiful. Another thing too, family pressure can be of great influence as well, because come on, comparison. We always do that.
Uh-huh.
And I remember attending a wedding and have this pastor. By the way, I'm a Muslim, but then regardless, Gambia, Muslim, Christians, we are one people. Humanity comes first, right? I remember attending a church, a wedding, and the pastor gave a piece of advice. My English teacher is gonna kill me. Pastor gave a piece of advice to the couple, and then he was able to tell them that you do not compare. The moment you start comparing your relationship, then there will become a problem.
That's where a problem is.
Exactly. Yeah. So he said his family, you know, his mother was there telling him, your friend, my friend's son was able to build this, was able to do that. He's gone abroad because we have the mentality that when you're abroad you will make it. You know, so the family pressure was also there. But luckily, he was able to make it. He went to the state. Of course, he went there to study. But still, he did not forget what brought him to the state. He could have forgotten the education system. He could have forgotten what actually brought him there. But then he was able to believe that he came here focused in the study. Notwithstanding, he didn't forget his family as well. But still, he was having the pressure from his mother. However, luckily, he was able to make it. But still, he retained the education, which brought him in the state. So this is, I don't know how just to narrate this, Mohammed.
It
to be
is.
honest, I don't know
It
how
is.
to narrate
Yeah.
it. But then I felt it. I seriously felt it. And it's a stepping stone for me equally, because you know sometimes you're obstacle, you're hindered sometimes. You know, sometimes there are certain things that happen and you feel like this is really, really painful, or you know, there become a time in your life when you feel that you've lost your self-esteem. I could remember when I, you know, do tell my friends that I feel that I'm no more confident in myself. It does. There become a time, and you're a perfect example. You know, so it's nice
Say it
that
again?
you have stories. You're a perfect
Am I?
example.
How?
Yeah, like when you was telling me that you can do it.
Yes.
You know, you always tell me. I told you this personally.
Yeah.
I told you, Mohammed, I think I feel nervous now. I cannot even express myself. You know, I feel like I have low self-esteem. You know what I mean? But you're always there to tell me, yes, you can do it. You are great. So sometimes it's nice that we have stories like this to help motivate us.
Right.
To know that however or wherever situation we find ourselves, we can do it.
Absolutely.
You need to believe in yourself.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it was really touching. To be honest, it was.
That was great. That was great. I mean, like I said, told him, your story is so inspiring and motivating. And we could have sit there whole day, but it was never gonna end.
Right.
But we had to end it anyway because time didn't give us all that time.
Right.
So
right.
that was
Obviously.
great. Thank you very much. And
Obviously, yeah. So before we go, there are a few things that I was able to jot note of because I felt that it was imperative to do so. Which he mentioned. He said effort and determination. In other words, perseverance. You know, you need to put effort. You don't just sit. No, seriously, it's important that I say this because sometimes we are so carried away. You know, unfortunately, I find myself in this situation where people would tell me, yeah, you know, whatever happened is meant to happen. on. You know, you don't just sit. Okay, it's meant to happen, right? Sit at home, not work at all, and you see if food would find you there.
Absolutely.
So you need to make an effort. You have to make an effort.
Right.
And also, you don't give up easily. You know, you need to keep going, keep pushing, have faith, you know, and then keep pushing. So please, for those of us that would think that whatever happens, it's yalala, you know, yes, it's important that we talk about destiny, it's meant to happen, but you need to try, you need to do you need to do what is necessary of you, and then leave the rest to God. It's just like when you have, okay, we are approaching the feast now. You buy your ram, and then you go and leave your ram outside, and then you said, look, whatever happened is God. You leave it there. You come back in the morning.
won't find it.
You will not find
You
it.
won't find
When you
it.
find it,
So just the word you said,
exactly.
effort, right?
Exactly.
Effort
So you
is
need
the
to,
word.
what you do, tie your ram, and then do all the precaution there is, and then whatever happens, now you can say, oh, okay, it's meant to happen.
It was, yeah.
At least people will understand.
That's right.
But then the mentality needs to change.
Absolutely.
It really needs to change.
Absolutely.
And SBI, really, your story was emotional, and you see the comments that we received on Facebook, which was also beautiful. You know, thank you so much for sharing your story. Thank you so much. I know it wasn't easy, because you said, you know, it was the first. There are certain things you said. It was the Generation Next platform was the first platform wherein you were able to
You
share.
had to say
So
story.
we are really happy that you trust so much in Generation Next, and you're able to share your story. I cried, for the record. I cried.
You did,
know
right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
cried. Though I can sometimes be very strong and pretend as if I'm not crying, but hey, I did cry.
So you cry emotionally.
Yes, I did
All
cry
right.
emotionally.
Thank you very much, Sirra. And
You're most welcome.
that was great. That was great. Thank you so much. And of course, message to the viewers. They can keep sharing and provide us with feedback.
Exactly.
Any suggestion they have, they can share with us. We will look at it and absolutely work on the suggestions where possible.
Exactly, Mohammed. You know, it's through your feedback that we're able to improve ourselves and do it better, because we're here for the people. We're
Right.
here for us.
Right.
So if you do not hear what your comments are, what your feedbacks are, to make us great at what we are doing, then it becomes a problem, because then we wouldn't be able to realize what our problems
Right.
are, you know, where we need to work on, and where not. So it's important that you have your comment comes in, and please, you know, watch this, because it's important. Communication, as I always put it, is very vital. You know, someone can give you money, but communication is what retain that money. In
That's
other
right,
words,
right.
you know what I mean.
That's
For our
right.
relationship to go strong, to continue growing, you need to communicate. Communication is very important. That's what we're trying to do. We've got the voice, so we feel the need to communicate. So please give us your feedback, and please like our videos on Facebook if you go there.
And keep
Check,
sharing them.
and keep sharing as well. Check for Generation Next. You will see our platform, like our page, and the sky is the beginning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sirra.
Thank you. Bye.
Until again we meet.
Yes.
Thank you so much.